Well, good for you. That's fantastic. Welcome, everybody. It is Messy Monday.
And
Good
we
to
are
see
already
everybody
off the
here.
races with Messi.
Oh, no.
I know it's been a mess. It's been a mess for the past 15 minutes before the show, so I'm not sure if anybody has words for the show. But we already have Maddie's in the chat, and Maddie's in the room. Gary Mullane from Ireland is here. Intense, our friend from Georgia, is here. He is a superior castle builder, and maybe later if we get a spot, I'll throw you an invite. I think you sent. Intense, did you send me your email? If you did, pop it to me again.
Yeah,
And,
I think we need to re-emphasize how much Castle he's into.
that dude is into Castle. Okay, so
Yeah.
Intense, throw a link to your Instagram on the private chat there. Let everybody see because I'm too lazy to do it and I'm sorting. So it's good to have you here. He is a Castle step pro because he lives down near where the Castle Bros are down in that part of Georgia. So we're glad to have another Georgia friend here. Let's see who else. David is here in the chat. Axel Plate here in the chat. Welcome everybody. It is Messy Monday. There's no topic. I'm sorting, and I'm working. I now have 6,100 followers on 6,100 followers on the TikTok. Thank you very much. I am rocking and rolling, boy. Woo!
The TikTok.
The TikTok.
You know, you're on the road to success once you pass that 5K. I'm dead serious. Like, it's just going to start multiplying because those people are going to tell other people, and it's going to keep going.
Well, I hope so. I expect to get much cash from the TikTok, right? You get lots of cash from TikTok, right?
Oh yeah, like $1 a month. It's great.
That's about as much as I've gotten from our T-shirt sales.
A whole $1. I love that one.
So you're saying don't bank my new career on my TikTok account? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, it's actually pretty nice. I mean, the last 6 months that I've been in the Creator Fund, I've made $156.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's pretty okay.
So you have to pass 10,000 and have 1 million likes or something like that, or views?
I think it's 500,000 likes. No, 100. No, it's 100,000 likes and 10,000 followers. But the problem is that you get taxed on that. So like at the end of the year, you have to pay taxes on the money that you made off of the Creator Fund.
You realize that's how it works for like
you're supposed to
the
get
real
taxed
world
on your
too,
income,
you know.
right?
I hate when
I
I
haven't
get
been
taxed.
living in real life.
Not all of
until
us.
recently,
Not
so.
all of us can work overseas where they don't send a W-2 to the IRS.
Oh yeah, no. Well, Germany has a thing with America, so if you work over there, then you don't. But it was China that I still had to pay my taxes. Yeah.
Well, if they send me checks that are under $600, it should be all right. Isn't that right? Is that the thing? I don't know.
I don't know.
5, but I think you're close.
I'm not a tax lawyer. I don't know.
But you're a TikTok expert.
That's
Excuse
right.
me, the TikTok.
I am no TikTok expert. No.
Well, you have like 100,000 followers. Then how many followers do you have?
45.7.
45.7 thousand or 45.7 followers?
45,700 followers.
Right.
You know, because like some people get, we've talked about this before, but some people get pretty big because they're posting content that's spread across like all boards. You know, does that make sense? Like they like touch like Marvel or Star Wars or whatever. So they hit the Star Wars fan who's not a Lego fan, but they also hit the Lego fan, and then they also hit the Lego and Star Wars fandom. I don't know.
Well,
I'm content. It's okay.
But I can say right now, with my current weight, I'm pretty much rocking a B cup right now. So I'll get a bra, push-up bra. I could really sell at the TikTok. Now, see, from what I see, a lot of the on my For You page, that is what comes through is that, and I have to, anyway.
Well,
So
why do you? Well, there's a reason why you have that on your For You page, because you're looking at those.
no, I'm not. I'm trying to hit it. Well, no. This is the worst. Is it'll come up, and I'm like, you have to do the long hold to say not interested, and if it's a live and it doesn't get it as a long hold, it then throws you into that chat. And you have to back out and then hit. Oh gosh, so I hate it.
But I think I would have to disagree. I've been seeing a lot of male accounts online that are high in the. Oh, I love the new hairdo. Thank you.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, wait. Let's focus on
Oh,
the
yeah,
new
look at
do. The new Maddie do. Everybody,
Maddie
check it
Do.
out.
Oh yeah.
It brings me all the way back to the beginning of the pandemic.
Yeah, when you guys first met me, I had the hair this short. I think. Yeah.
It is
Oh my
quite
God.
becoming.
I'm still having issues with the whole Chris B Cup comment.
Yeah, me too.
I'm still trying to recover from it in some way, shape, or form.
Are you sure? Are you sure it's a B cup? I've heard that a lot of bras are not fitted correctly, and people who wear
It
bras
might be a
don't know
C
what
cup.
size they should be.
Maybe I should go to a fashionista and find out.
No, you go to Nordstrom's. I'm telling you, you go to Nordstrom's, they fit you, you never go back.
Interesting, Pink Wheels. I've never been fitted for a bra, actually.
If you ever have kids, you'll need me.
I don't think so. No, thank you.
All right, let's see. How about them Bears? Anybody see the Bears game? They got a heck of a team.
What the hell just happened? I came back and was like, I've never been fitted for a bra. I was like,
How about them Brooklyn Dodgers? Are they bums or what?
they're
Yeah.
bums. Total bums.
That's right. And go Braves, by the way, for those of us who are I'm not sure. Well, Matt would care, and he's not there, so he's playing hockey or something.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you are.
I think my audio
What do
was
you
out earlier.
Have you been talking to us and we've not been listening?
I was just saying that I was trying to figure out how Chris knew he was a B cup. Like, how did he know the size? Like, trial and error?
I just guessed. I've seen. I used to have a Sears catalog. Thank you very much.
It's not just for the Legos, is that what you said?
Is that just for the Lego?
Also, Chris, I'd like to point out how you went on about your friend who built Castle. Meanwhile, you've got Jeff Van Winden, who's literally got his entire room filled of Castle, and directly behind Xavier is a big-ass castle with Village.
Well, number one, I have to have the screen very small so I can't see I'm old. But it is very. I know about Jeff's castle, but he wasn't talking to it, so that's okay.
Well, you guys didn't tell me I wasn't talking to you, so how was I supposed to know?
Well, we couldn't hear you. How did we know you weren't talking?
Were we not talking to?
Oh.
All right. Hey, speaking of, we'll just go around and see what Mr. Van Winden is building. What's going on, man?
What are you doing?
Still building. This is the slowest castle part of the progress. Over the weekend, I built basically the edge of my monitor. I built the wall out here, and I started this tower yesterday. I've got a couple of buildings in there, but I'm hitting the slow part now, where it's just building castle walls and trying to figure everything out in here. Sorry, Canadian. I have to say sorry. It's part of the contract. So I'm building from the ground up here. I've got to build a solid wall on the other side of this tower. So kind of in this area. I just on the weekend I visited my good friend Janie, and I picked up probably 1,000 2x4 Duplo bricks. I washed 600 of them over the weekend. They're all dry now, so I'm gonna basically where this white core is in here. I'm going to pull that section out and build that whole area in Duplo because I need the brick to continue going up higher along this edge. So yeah, still building. And this week I actually have to move everything downstairs again. My basement isn't flooding anymore, but my father's coming over on the weekend because it's my son's birthday. So I probably need to, use a dinner table for things like dinner. So I'm in the progress. I'm taking tonight off, but tomorrow I'll be running around rampant trying to get everything downstairs again. So yeah. And I'm using the screen to see where that block goes.
Okay.
You also got a new car.
I also got a new car set. Yeah.
Oh, did you? Cool.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
Ford Explorer.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
managed to
So
find-
you're saying you have been building super slow, and you have thrown down probably more bricks since we talked last than everybody else in this room, and I can just go ahead and guarantee it. So,
well, I didn't help that I was away for part of the weekend too. So,
oh,
but
I'm sorry that pumped the brakes on your progress there.
well, yeah, I did. I need to
Although
go get Depot.
I would say Meredith has definitely thrown down some serious brick. Meredith, show us. Let's see. Oh,
Wow.
Holy crap!
Hold on.
Crap!
I gotta lift it up.
Oh,
Wow.
my
Wow.
God.
holy McMullions.
Yeah, it's the front fascia. It's only about a quarter of it. So,
What is that a quarter of? What's that going to be?
my daughter has been watching Sailor Moon because they redid it on Netflix, and has told me that I need to make the Sailor Moon's Moon Castle.
Nice.
Is that going to Alabama?
If I can finish it, it's gonna be massive. And she's always like, "This is boring. Can't we do something else?" I'm like, "Well, if you want me to finish it, I have to work on it." But yeah, no, we made a bunch of mini dolls, Sailor Moon mini dolls. So she's like, "Well, now we need a castle for them, of course." You know, the logical next step. So
That is how that works. Yeah.
yeah, that's how it works. So here I go, pretty much using every white brick that I have in my house.
That's
Very
nuts.
Wow.
Thank you.
That's amazing. Super amazing. Okay, so you and Jeff are in a running. You guys are both throwing down some bricks. So
I don't run.
Jeff, if you and I are running, Jeff, American Jeff, who just said it, if you or I are running, there needs to be especially for me, if you see me running, there needs to be a 911 call because somebody has died or I'm about to. So that's just the way it is. I mean, honestly.
Or look for the wave of the giant explosion behind us.
By the way, just as a way to pull my son in that, he used to be the kid. My son is the kid who, when trouble happened, he would split, right? So if he and his buddies were playing in the yard and somebody said a bad word or got in a fight, my son just came home. You know what I'm saying? So I saw Jake leaving, something happened, right? Well, one day we called to him and he was late for coming home to supper. This is when we lived in Rome. And so Jake is running across the yard and my phone rings from my neighbor going, "What did my son do?" And I'm like, "What?" He goes, "Jake is running across my yard home. What did my son do?" I'm like, "No, he's fine. We call him for dinner." It was the signal to the whole neighborhood. Jake's running. Somebody died or somebody's in trouble. And that was life for my son.
Does he still run away when somebody swears?
Do what?
Does he still run away when somebody swears?
No.
Oh.
I got mad at a car yesterday and flipped one out, and I had to apologize for it, but he didn't get out of the car, so we were good. I talked about somebody's excrement brains. I let that, but I was driving an Alpharetta. It happens, right? So
I mean, there's a lot of people with shit for brains, Chris. Don't worry about it, man.
yeah. Well, he was sitting at a light that had a turn arrow that had no street across from us.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So we were at a dead end that had a protected right arrow and a green to go in a neighborhood. There was nobody there. And it was green, and he sat there not knowing what to do. Or it was blinking yellow. That's what it was. And he sat there until I counted to 6 Mississippi and honked. And then I was in a hurry and it slipped out and I had to apologize. So
That's okay. It happens, Chris.
it happened, but anyway. All right, let's see what is up. Captain Xavier, what is up, man? What is going on in your world?
Well, last week I went to Kansas and I came back with plague and an army.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
So I don't quite have enough helmets, so helmets will be ordered. Yeah, nice big vintage castle army. I'm pleased about that, and I'm sorting my mess.
Cool.
Still haven't fully unpacked from BrickCon, honestly. My next big build, I have started acquiring parts. I will be building a first-rate 100-gun ship of the line.
Minifig scale?
Yes. Well,
Ooh.
play scale.
Are
But
you-
100 guns.
It'll be the same scale. It'll be the same scale as my other ships of the line. So, but big.
That's pretty big.
It will be big.
Are you coming to Brickfair, Alabama?
And then I'm also going to be building a 50-gun ship of the line. A fourth rate.
Cool.
Chelo, are you going to be coming to
And
Brickfair, Alabama? Hello, Chelo. Chelo.
No.
Hello. No.
No. I'm in the Pacific Northwest, so my Legos will not be traveling to the other side of the Mississippi. I will be going to Brick Cascade down in Portland in March.
That's like Alabama.
Except only an hour drive south of me. Instead
still to
of
the
Jeff and I will.
2,000 miles.
Jeff and I will be there.
Yeah.
Yep.
I want to know how it's like Alabama.
It's in the south.
Oh,
Portland is in the south.
It's to the south of these guys. Therefore, it's to the south.
I mean, everything is south of Canada, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Except for Alaska.
Really, all you have
Canada.
to do, if you drive 30 minutes outside of Portland, it's like Alabama.
Yeah, that's fair.
that's cool. All right. Well, we would love to have you down here one day. That would be awesome. Let's see, Matt. Matt, what are you working on today? I don't want to forget you today.
Nothing new. I'm just I'm working on sorting our bulk lug for our club, which I'm almost done with my part, and putting away my lovely order of pale blue parts that showed up at my doorstep from Shop Lego. So, and I'm almost done with the parts census. I just got the pinks and purples to go, and the parts census 2021 will be complete until next year. So that's why I don't end up ordering parts that I already have plenty of the next time I'm on Bricks and Pieces. And I was very excited. I ordered an elephant head and elephant tusks, but I still need 2 elephant bodies. So I'm holding out hope that elephant bodies show up on Bricks and Pieces again, because otherwise I don't know what I'm going to do with 2 random elephant heads. But, you know, knock on wood.
Have they ever actually been on Bricks and Pieces?
They have. They sold out very quickly, but they have been
Really?
on.
Because
You
last
can't
time I
find
checked,
them
the
on-
price was 0.
And they're not on Bricklink?
Somebody ordered them on the Discord. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but that was calling customer service.
Oh, is that what it was?
That's how they're getting them. Yeah, they call the customer service line.
Well, I had to call customer service because I ordered 200 TransClear lightsabers. Instead, I got 200 window panes, which I'm never one to turn down window panes.
That's a pain.
But the
All right. Dad joke 1.
while I was talking to the customer service representative and she was apologizing for them sending the wrong thing, I was like, hey, how about some elephant body? And she said that she could not order them for me, but they would be coming back into stock in the month of November. So they will become available according to the Lego employee.
But can you not get them on Bricklink?
They're not available to order on Bricklink right now. Oh, on Bricklink, yeah, but they're like $20 a piece probably. I don't know. I haven't looked.
Oh, okay. There's a big difference there.
It's a new mold, so it's going to be pricey.
All right.
Brom asked you, do you recount all the parts in the collection, I guess, once you get new ones? Is that right?
I never do. And then the other day I checked it out, and like 3 of them were 1 extra and 1 of them was 1 less. So unless I'm only ordering 8 of something, I might notice it. But if I order 20, 40, 50, 80, 100, which I have ordered, I'm not going to count them.
Okay. So do you keep track of your orders in the year? Do you keep the paperwork from your orders? Do you keep that list?
Well, they send it to you in the order, and it's also available online. So if I'm like, what did I order? I can always go back and pull it up, but it's all by the SKU, which is a pain in the butt. So frankly, most of the time, if I'm ordering and I'm not sure if I ordered something before, I just order more of it. And then when it shows up and I ordered it twice, I'm like, oh look, twice as much. And then Dana borrows it. He doesn't have any. So
That's awesome. So I for one would love it if Lego pulled back the curtain and let us see where they fill bricks and pieces or orders. And that one guy that's sitting there, sweat on his brow, and taking a smoke break, after one of Matt's orders comes through, it's like, oh gosh, Matt's here again. That kind of thing. So,
well,
I would love to see the operation.
I called up once and talked to the operator because they had met something up, and I said something like, I order fairly regularly, and she's like, yes, I can see that.
We know.
But lately, they appear to have reallocated some person power to filling orders, because I had an order that I placed, and it is at my door 8 days later, which is absolutely unheard of. And the one that I just placed with all the pale blue pieces, it showed up in like 9 days after I placed the order. So right now is a good time to order.
Yeah. And I wonder if that is going to, that's going to start to wane now that sets and people are out getting out to shop and everything. So maybe some of the parts will stay in. However, with all the people who are gathering on Discord and talking about new pieces, I think do they seem to sell out faster, or is it kind of the same?
I mean,
I think it does.
Depends on the demand. Like when the powder blue pieces showed up, I placed my order before I mentioned it on the Discord. So I made sure I got mine. And then I was like, hey, look, all the Fiat pieces are there. And I don't think they all sold out immediately. I mean, some of them probably sold out. I didn't go back and check, but it just kind of, if it's animals, the sheep kept selling out within minutes is when they would come back into stock. But then the sheep were back today. So at least earlier today, the sheep were on. So if you wanted sheep, go get some sheep. But
what was that, Maddie?
I can't do it. I can't. I feel like you guys have to be on the Lego website like every day looking for stuff. Because like when the letter tiles came out, and I was hearing people, they were getting the letter tiles at $1.50, right? Like all of the sets, and I was like, what? And then I went and looked, and it was gone. Like I can't do that to myself. I can't be obsessively checking.
I check the Discord like 3 times a day.
I can't do that.
That's why you subscribe to the Discord.
I can't do that.
Okay, well,
That's dangerous.
then you don't have to
It's so
check. They just
dangerous.
tell you.
It's
And
so
then there's
dangerous.
also like Brick Hunter.
Mark, you muted me, didn't you?
I
Wasn't
did.
you? Oh,
you were sorting pieces. Sorry.
You can
I'm trying to
subscribe
explain something, and I'm like, why is nobody paying attention? Oh, I'm muted. Maddie, you need to up your technology game. There's an application that you can use to actually have you alerted via email when those parts are available.
I can't do that to myself. I can't do that because then I'll just be
But
buying
then
all
you
this
can't
stuff that I don't
complain
need.
that it's happening.
But
You
then
can use
I just-
TikTok, but you can't use an alert service. Come on.
That's exactly what my friend said to me about Discord. He was like, well, we're on Discord like every night playing games. Where are you? And I was like, I can't do Discord. Like, I just can't add another social media thing to my.
Discord confuses me too.
Well,
It's
delete
hard for me to
one.
keep up.
You don't need the Snapchat.
Just tell them you're on the TikTok, and they'll leave you alone.
Yeah.
Oh, I deleted the Snapchat. I am on Discord now, though. Jeff knows that.
That's a misunderstanding, though. You don't keep up with Discord. It's a conversation that is always going, and you just drop in and you drop out. You don't keep up with it.
Yeah,
it's not a forum.
I go back and read everything I've missed.
Just because you're weird.
Yeah, because you got evidently time to do that.
Well, I also
Discord's like a pub that you come and go from it, but the conversation doesn't stop.
I still think like a message board. Can I say?
Oh my god.
Well, I have to know what the pronouns are. I'm like, well, who they're talking about. I have to go scrolling back to figure out who he or that or she or whatever is. So I have to go back. I have to know.
I mean, you have to keep in mind that I have no kids and no serious, not very many responsibilities. So I'm like scrolling through, catching up on Discord as we're watching a movie that I've seen 5 times before. So it's not like it's taking away from some other important task that I could do.
Matt, I have to tell you something really quick.
Yeah.
On TikTok, there's this guy who has a pug named Noodle, and it reminds me of your cat. Like Noodle the pug is just like super old, like 13 years old, and he's just like always like jelly. So he does bones or no bones day, and like he tries to sit Noodle up, and if Noodle flops over, that means it's a no bones day, and like you just stay in bed and not do anything, and then he's like, just stay in bed, like drink some tea, like just relax. And if Noodle stands up, it's a bones day, and it's like, go get him, like go do, so it's like a self prediction thing. You need to do that with your cat. You would win.
It's like she's, I will say, and yes, I'm biased, but I think she is very photogenic. She takes pictures pretty well, but oh, here you go, Chris.
I'm sorry, what?
You need
what's that? Is that the new slopes, the long slopes? I want those. Those are awesome.
The two by whatever 8 they are.
Is it 2x6? Or they're actually 2x8?
2x6. It's 2x6.
Yeah, okay. So it's the same slope as the 3x12, right?
If you say so.
Yeah,
I think the part that I keep looking for bricks and pieces, and I'll go is the slopes, the slopes that come to a very pointy point. You know what I'm talking about? They were on the Dorito fighter and stuff.
Yes.
The light bluish gray. One side is always in stock. One side is not, and that is the most annoying thing ever.
You just have to order on faith. You have to order in faith that it'll come back into stock.
Well, I'm not going to order either one until I can get both of them in the same order, because I'm not doing that. Because in some of my awesome free brick that my friend Dana sends us for winning things that we have to sort, I have like 6 of one side of the red and the black ones, but I have like 2 of the other sides.
I'm assuming Dana does that on purpose just to annoy you.
Oh, it's completely random. I wish I had the time to be that devious. I mean, and I'm serious. I wish I had the time to be that devious.
Well, and that's like what is that? Was the German Shepherd dog that had the black corner, the edge corner slope thingies, and only had it in one side and not the other? That was super annoying. Yeah, I could build asymmetrical, but I don't. I just don't. All right, let's see. Who have we not visited with? Magnus. Magnus, what's up in your world today?
I'm good. As far as brick purchases, can I talk about that thing we're not allowed to talk about the prices of, so long as they don't talk about the prices?
You just don't talk about the prices. You can talk about it.
All right. So I got some lug bulb, which looks like this.
You got your lug bulb? Wow.
And I'm going to use a bunch of these things. I also got these guys here too, right? And I'm going to use them to build the plan is to build a big runway at some point.
Cool.
You mean like an aircraft carrier?
No, not like an aircraft carrier. I'm going to leave the aircraft carriers to other people.
Okay.
But I'm thinking more of like a runway on a landscape.
Yeah.
And maybe what's it called? The taxiway, or the place where planes kind of aren't taking off or landing, but are just kind of parked.
Yeah. Maybe a big complex on it too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sub buildings, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, build a little airbase.
Yeah.
And that's the main thing I've purchased recently. I also want to complain about I've made hundreds of Bricklink orders since I discovered it, and over 10 years ago. And for the first time ever, I ordered something like on the 12th of October, and I paid for it at once, and I never heard from them, and it's just listed as paid. And so I sent them an email on the 20th, like 8 or 9 days afterwards, asking, is this thing coming? And that's now been 5 days and never heard back from them. And I've never had this bad service on Bricklink. I'm surprised and disappointed. So that's sad. But as far as things I've built, I don't think I've shown this yet. I can. So this is a big castle that I think I've shown before many times. But this thing here is the mountain that it sits on top of, and I've been working on the interior here. So let's see if you can see any in here. I've got. Can you see like a bathroom there?
Oh, that's freaking awesome.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because they
Cobra
gotta use the
poops.
bathroom, right? The Cobra guys they have showers, they have stalls, they have a fan, they have all the things you need, and they even have kind of that weird, creepy kind of gap between the wall and the door that you see in public restrooms, because that's how public restrooms work, and that's how it works. So that's what I'm working on, the interior of the basement of my castle.
Are you talking about the semi mini maze that gets you into the bathroom so nobody can see you? Is that what you're talking about? Where you do a quick left and a quick right to get into the bathroom? Is that what you're talking about?
I mean, you'd have to make some turning. You'd have to go through a bit of a maze to get to the bathroom. Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
It's always fun. That's cool, man.
Thank you.
That's amazing. Do we need to get the pitchforks out, find that person's name, and call them out on social media for who hasn't sent Magnus his bricks? Do we need to do that?
I feel like it'd be illegal for me to encourage that on the internet with a name.
No.
But I'm just disappointed and surprised, because like I've made probably 200 orders on Bricklink since 2007, and like and also this person also has a very low reliability rating, which I only noticed after I made this order. So it's not just me, unfortunately.
Well, I would say it would not be illegal for you to ask on the forums if other people have had a problem with this particular store. That's a question, not seeking people to mob them. There's also a Facebook.
No, I don't need mobbing. I just want my money back, quite frankly. I don't care about
Well,
it.
Yes, you do. You need a mob. Come on.
One of the things that you'll find, because I ran into something very similar, is that I posted and I said, hey, I ordered from such and such store and I haven't heard jack. And like, am I ever going to see my parts? And they said, this person will fill your order, but it could be 6 months. If you don't want to wait that long, you should ask for a refund, which I did. And I got my refund. And then, then I went and shopped at some other store. So you might want to find out if they're one of these like slow forever, but they do fulfill. And if you're willing to wait that long.
Well, I'm not willing to wait that long. In fact, I already ordered the same parts I needed from someone else who has a over 99% positive rating. So I'm gonna do what I can to cancel this order. But I spent 2 weeks waiting for my brick. I could be building the inside of the barracks with bunk beds for 24 Cobra troopers right now. If that stuff had arrived by now. This is my design, my preliminary design for a bunk bed. Very simple.
So if you paid with PayPal, you can just ask for a refund.
Yeah,
I
want to build
build
a bunch of these, and but I can't do that until I get my bricks.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
But also, Bricklink, because I had to dispute something with someone that bought from my store. They never paid after I sent an invoice.
Okay.
And you have to wait 14 days. So after 14 days, you as the buyer or the seller can file a claim, and then Bricklink will investigate or whatever. And then what happened was that, I was able to flag them as a bad buyer.
All right, I have a question for you. Have you ever, the whole thing we still wake up, dreaming that we have missed an exam and going to fail a test. I think. Have you ever had a nightmare that you forgot to pay for a Bricklink order? Because I have.
Well,
you had that dream, or you did that?
I had that dream. I woke up. I didn't pay for a Bricklink. No, what? That was in my dream.
That was your nightmare.
Well, that's what's confusing about Bricklink is that some sellers, like, you have to get an invoice. Some sellers you can pay directly, and some sellers that you can ask for an invoice or pay directly. So, yeah.
Each seller has the choice of how to set things up. So,
right,
being in Canada, I can't, because we have different, like, I can send minifigures in letter mail and parts in letter mail within Canada for like $2 and change to like up to 100 grams, 8 ounces, whatever that works out to. But if they go beyond a certain weight, then I have to charge parcel shipping, or if their parts are too big, I have to charge parcel. And Bricklink doesn't allow you to set flags to say this has to be parcel and this has to be letter mail. So for me, I always have to have an invoice for everywhere, because I can't just give them a rate. Otherwise, they'll choose the cheapest. But
Jeff, I'm thinking that that's
Yeah.
going to be what I'm going to do now too, because I've noticed that my shipping has just been all over the place
Yeah.
based off of like what Bricklink recommends.
Yeah.
And I felt really bad because I had a really large order the other day, and I charged them like $14 for shipping, which would be like priority and like the packing and the box and like whatever.
Mhm.
But then it actually turned out the shipping was only $8.90 for priority. And I
Yeah.
was like, what? Like, what happened here? Had I done an invoice, I could have properly weighed the package after
Yeah.
packing it all up. But the problem with doing an invoice is then you pack up all your stuff, and what if they decide they don't want to pay for it, which is what happened
Well-
with this one person.
Bricklink does, like, you can change the order page, like when you look at your orders, like when you look at what the person's ordered, you can put the total quantity, the total weight on there, and then you can calculate that. Like I usually add in, well, I do it in grams, but I add in 50 grams or so for the packaging. Like if you know how much your boxes weigh or whatever, you just add that in, and then you can base your price off of that plus 10% or whatever you want that way, and you'll get a much more accurate amount.
So what I do for mine is every single order is manually invoiced, and I don't get that many invoices, so it's not super time consuming. I don't have a big store, and I'm almost always reselling boxed sets that are sealed. And as soon as I get the order, I put in the zip code, and I use the U.S. Postal Service estimator, and I put in the zip code, I put in the weight, and I put in the dimensions of the box. And it's usually pretty close. Like every once in a while, it'll be like $1 or $2 higher or lower, but it tends to come out in the wash. And so if you've got a small store, I would suggest manual invoicing, and then you can squeeze out that error and get a much more accurate.
I mean, that's why I think this is going to be the best option, because I've been charging people like $1.50 extra to account for maybe the mishaps in the shipping and like whatever. Yeah. And I've noticed when I've done an invoice, it's been more accurate and like whatever. So.
Yeah. And you can still refund them the difference too. Like that guy that you overcharged by $4 or whatever, you could refund them directly in Bricklink. Yeah. So I mean, I've done that too. If I overcharge it, then it's like, oh, here's your couple of dollars back or whatever.
Here's the other interesting thing that happened with that guy with that big order is that he paid me, because we've done a transaction before. He paid me over PayPal outside of the Bricklink, right?
Oh yeah.
He said that was the loophole. So his order is just sitting in my Bricklink.
As unpaid. Yeah.
Well, no, I can mark it as paid.
Yeah, you can mark it as paid, but yeah, Bricklink doesn't have reference to that now. So now you've got to manually invoice them or manually refund them in PayPal directly, if you want to.
Yeah.
I mean, that's up to you, right?
Yeah, I'll be honest with him. I mean, he'll know. Anyways, sorry about that.
Jeff looks like he wants to say something.
Who missing?
Magnus Drop.
Oh, Magnus Drop, yeah.
Magnus Drop, yeah.
Hey, Jeff, American Jeff. I don't think we've been to you yet. What's up in your world today?
It's not so much today as much as it was the weekend. Saturday, my friend Don and I went to Retropalooza down in Dallas and met some people, had some good times. I delivered my commission for the person that ordered it, and they were thrilled to death with it. He was like, I didn't know that you put this much work into it. And I was like, well, so that was cool. And he wants the sewer layer next, so that'll happen eventually. I'm not in any rush to do it. I've got another project I'm doing for another channel, kind of a challenge to myself, and just to like make light of a funny joke that's always been said. And the first part of that was building the USS Flag in minifigure playable scale. So,
yay!
I've got 9 more play sets to build, and I'm just trying to decide which ones to do. I've got a pretty good idea, but
are you going to include the parents who don't pay attention to their kids and they're buying the love for their kid?
No.
Okay.
I've got to build a whole like studio set where they do their show. So there's I don't know, 9 glass cases, line a wall, and then there's the office part and everything else, and So I'm just going to build that for them and then see where that goes, if it goes anywhere. But I'm pretty excited about it. I kind of got excited about Hasbro Plus or Pulse. I ordered the Storm Shadow classified figure. I pre-ordered that. That was fun. And as you said earlier before the show, I was organizing my fantasy/castle minifigures for a build that I've been kind of working on the side, not really, caring all too much about, but
Targeting computer active.
yeah, I'm trying to get it. But there we
Here
go.
it is.
Oh, those are awesome.
There's a couple different factions and things like that, and I still have the blacksmith and the castle to build. We've ran out of room.
That's going to. I have a question. When you do the comic that you're doing, are you going to build pigs for the comic?
No, we have a guy that does custom action figures.
Sweet.
And he's going to be doing a set of 4 10 times over. So there'll be 40 action figures, 10 sets of 4. And Kevin is still very much Lego can die in a fire. So
Yeah, I know that. I was just wondering.
I might do it, though, just because I can. And I think that I will, but we'll see what happens. It's a lot of question marks right now because it keeps, Kevin's a busy guy with all of his stuff. So the book keeps getting pushed back for like when it'll be released, and I'm just trying not to get too many horses before the cart, as it were.
I understand. But I'm excited about the project. I can't wait to see it.
It's coming along really nicely. I can show some art if you'd like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go to somebody else, and I'll get back to y'all in a minute. So
Okay,
you are.
cool. Let's see. I know we haven't been to Mark. What's up, Mr. Sandlin? How are you today?
Hello.
Hello.
I haven't really done much Legoing this past week, but
Okay, great. No, sit.
I think the Adventures of Small Paul are getting awesomer though, because apparently Robo Small Paul got upgraded into thing and mech suit thing, and Small Paul is on a flying motorcycle with a dragon sword.
Well, that's a good day.
So yeah, things are getting decidedly more awesome around here. And also, he showed me that he invented turret mode for battle drones.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
I'm glad the gun's coming out of where it is, and
yeah, he brought this. He's, look, Dad, look, I made a turret mode. I'm like, okay. So
But at
yeah,
least he said
So
it was-
that's
at
what
least
they're
he
calling
said
it these days.
Appropriate term. It was turret mode.
yeah, that's what the kids call it now. I don't know.
oh dear.
So, Mark, were you excited about any of the Hasbro Transformer stuff, or not really?
Not particularly, because they've been doing the Dwarf Cybertron series of things for, I think we're in our 3rd series of those, and they're starting to get into the kind of like ancillary characters from the background of episode 5043, and it's like
You don't care.
yeah.
Okay, just curious.
Okay, so I guess I'm behind on the whole Transformers, the current series, which are making some cool bots. But I went and I saw it. Basically, it was Ironhide, I guess, and I said that really southern too. I just said Ironhide, didn't I? I didn't even mean to.
Well, it's okay because you said it like Ironhide.
That's right. I'm gonna bust them to
Decepticon chops.
But anyway, so it was basically a sparkless Autobot, and so it was just somebody took an Autobot and spray painted it brown, put it in a box, and charged $20 for it. I'm like, why does somebody want this? Is that
No one did want those. Those are shelf warmers.
okay? I was making sure because I was like, I'm confused by this. I've not kept up with the story to know what's going on, but
Yeah, they had an episode of the Netflix series where they were kind of like they were sort of like basically zombies.
oh, zombies.
It's the animation is really cheaply done, so they reused some of the animation models and just made them look all rusty and cruddy and act like zombies. So yeah.
Hey, Chris, Magnus is in chat saying he's back.
Oh, sorry. There he is.
Oh, is there space for me? I think my laptop ran out of juice, so I had to replug.
I got you.
You had to refeed the squirrels.
Yeah.
All right, let's see, Dana. I know we haven't got to you. We've been to everybody else here today. We've been the whole gamut.
Hey, Chris, I've got that art ready. If you.
Oh yeah. Did you share
Your
it? There it is.
All right, so this is part of our prequel story that we're doing. The figure that is, got the black wings and such, that is Arlok, a gargoyle. And the character with the blue hair there is Troy, our main character. And as you can tell, it looks like Troy has had a better day. Did that transfer over? Did. So these are going to be the stickers that we'll be releasing for our two of the main characters, which is Arlok and Troy. Looks pretty good so far. Kevin made a kind of a splash page of like just a general rough draft of the 4 main characters from the story. On the top left out there, we've got Greco Fabulous, we've got Troy, we've got the Smith, and we've got Arlok. And Greco Fabulous is the villain. So yeah, I also secured rights to use that name because Greco's a friend of mine. And I was like, hey, we're going to do this. And he's like, hey, that doesn't look anything like me, but we can use the name. You can use the name. So that's good.
And do I smell a little Bricksmith on that character right there?
That is 100% inspired by Julian.
Nice.
I was going to say I am all in for a Julian fig.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, those are the 4 heroes or characters that we're going to be making into action figures. Just like little, I think the scale that we decided on was 6-inch, and going through the process of that is something that I never thought that I'd do in my adult life or ever, but I never thought I'd be a comic book author either. So here we are.
Sweet. I love it. You should make a Playmobil scale. That would be cool.
Wait a minute. But we're really excited about it. There's a lot of work that we've been doing behind the scenes, as it were. Like mostly it's a lot of writing and then a lot of Kevin drawing, and then we have a discussion about a plot point. We decide that might be too dark. That's not dark enough, and then we move forward. So, and awesome. I know I've started writing the next comic after Resolve, which is Bright Stars, Empty Worlds, which will be a science fiction 80s homage comic. So like all the things from, the early 80s science fiction movies that we liked, clicky technology as opposed to holograms and, yeah.
Cool. Like taking down the shields of another ship by just putting 1609 on some switches across. Yeah. Okay. Good. I like it. I'm all in. All right.
And a nebula, no less.
Do what?
And a nebula, no less.
And a nebula, no less. That's right. All right. Hey, Dana, what's going on in your world, man?
Well, at least you unmuted me, so I didn't have to unmute myself.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. The host has unmuted your mic. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, host. As you can see, and I've been making noise this evening, and again, yes, I have my Cool Whip cups in return because Cool Whip cups are the way to go. I am down to the last 2 elements that I need to scale count for lug bulk for Peach Lug. We will be meeting on Saturday to consolidate into everybody's individual orders and then distributing them to everybody on a full day on Sunday. And I will be at the North Point Lego store in my Benny costume. Get your pictures ready. So, as far as what I've been doing, I had to order a few more Bricklink orders for my mono habitats to get me down to my last 9 because I finished one yesterday because I was going through some stuff looking for something and I found a old light gray head and I was able to go ahead and fashion my light gray mono habitat, which is all about the spaceship that sits in it.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Spaceship. Because, I mean, if you're doing old light gray, I wasn't going to do castle. I had to do space. However, I am paying homage to castle with old dark gray. Old dark gray is actually going to be a castle turret piece. So that I designed that and got pieces coming for that. I thought I had a lot more dark gray than I do. I don't. That is not a color I have a lot of. I wonder why. Anyway, but then I also this weekend got a little crazy with the Brasso.
Hey, it's a family show. Thank you. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got a little crazy with the Brasso. And so this head on this light bright yellow used to be a Minecraft head and is now blank. And then for you Star Wars fans, you might recognize the armor or the chest and shoulder armor on this flying monkey dude here. That is Pre Vizsla from The Mandalorian. I brassoed that and took off the painting or the printing. There was a lot of people swooning and swaying on Instagram because they're like, no, you can't do that. Oh my God. Yeah, he's doing it. Is it done?
Isn't that figure worth like $20?
Probably
No,
that.
that's Paz, or you said Pre. You meant to say Paz Vizsla.
I'm sorry, you are correct. It is Paz Vizsla. The voiced by the same actor, so I'm still good with it. But yeah, I mean, I'm not even sure how much that piece goes for, because on Bricklink you can only buy the figure. You can't buy the individual pieces. They haven't even broke it up yet. It's so new and probably expensive. Mild shock. But it was fun. I enjoyed it. And then I also had to take the chest and the torso and the arms, and this guy was from the giraffe figure from Lego Movie 2, because I just couldn't bring myself to taking the printing off of the rabbit from the Winnie the Pooh set. But yet the face of Star Wars figure, just like that.
But you can't defile a Pooh character, I guess.
Yeah, well, no, I couldn't. That's some childhood belovement right there. I still need. Speaking of childhood love, I need to find. I halfway thought about just ordering one of the Chinese New Year sets back in the time, because I really want the mouse head, so I can do a Ralph S. Mouse in the motorcycle mock. But I was hoping they'll reuse that head eventually down the road. Otherwise, I'm going to wind up paying ridiculous Bricklink prices somewhere down the line just to get that helmet so I can make my Ralph S. Mouse. But that's all I got going on this week besides sorting. So,
Are we talking about this right here?
Oh, wait. Where are you? There you are.
Yes, that one right there.
$5.
$5. I'll just wait for the next time that I come over and watch Cassie.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna hide it under the mattress.
That is a thing, though. You know,
What's that?
Like, I was away and my two brothers came home. Like, they don't live here in the space, and apparently the one brother ratted out the other brother that he was taking some Lego. And I didn't even know, because I have so much of it, so I didn't even know.
Maddie, when Matthew was in Brick Fair, Virginia, I went to his house and built 2 monochrome habitats. Now, granted, I didn't use all his pieces. I brought some of my pieces with me too. But yes, I did go to his house and build.
But I mean, that's the thing. Like, I mean, yeah, it's a hoarding problem. You know where things are, and when things go missing, but not all the things that go missing can you take into account for, I guess, right? Matthew might not ever know that mouse head will be missing.
He would check his spreadsheet. He would know.
I only have 2 of them. I would probably notice.
It's probably why you have plus or minus.
Wait. You got 2?
Yeah, I ordered more than 1. Like I said, $5.
Oh my god.
As I said, I could probably order that set, sell off all the rest of the figures, and probably make back the money on the set.
Hey, that Chinese New Year set, I'm buying those as investments now, because I think they're going to be worth something down the road. So.
Right.
Yeah, no. If that Chinese New Year dinner set now, like, it was $30 in China. I walked by it every day, and it was the equivalent price of like $30. It's now worth $500.
Yep.
I have one, but it's out of the box.
You have one?
I have mine and it's out of the box. But I only paid, I think with shipping, it ended up being $50.
Do you want to sell it, Pink Wheels? Do you want to sell it? Do you want to sell it?
Nah, sorry.
I really want that one, but I don't want to drop the $500, $600 price tag for it being in a box, but then also used it's going for like $200.
Why don't you just buy the parts that you know?
You can't. Some of the parts are special to the set. I mean, I guess, like, yes, hypothetically, I could just mock up my own, but there's something for me living in China for those 2 years and walking by it every day and thinking like I'm gonna buy this set and then not buying it.
That particular set,
like I gotta have this set that I walked by, like
that particular set has a lot of printed tiles that are unique to the set. And I tried to order some of the printed tiles and I got some of them, but not all of them. And so trying to re-brick it, if you care about the printed tiles, which are a big part of the dinner table, the printed tiles, I'm assuming, would not be super cheap. But, you could actually look into that. You could see how much the printed tiles go for. And then the torso and the torso and the legs have unique printing. So that would be the other place where it would run expensive. But
I would
it's
be
certainly
okay without the minifigs. It's just the dinner build. It's weird.
Well, honestly, you could get the minifigs from this year's Chinese New Year set, which I think the torsos and the legs are still available in bricks and pieces, and just substitute them in if you don't really care about those.
Yeah.
But the only reason I have one is that a Lego friend of mine that I knew through hockey went to China on a sales trip and specifically picked up a copy for me and for another guy here in town and ripped them out of the box so he could put 3 copies of each set into his luggage and bring them back to America for us.
You told me about that, and what I have to say again about this set is that I actually walked by all these Lego stores in Shanghai with this set, and I walked by the thing that Jeff I'm gonna forget his name. I already forgot his name. The one guy that's on Tons of Fun with us. The gay guy. The one who did the building with the world map.
Joseph Zawada.
Yeah, Joseph. Yeah, Joseph. I actually went through the thing where Joseph had his build-in, and yeah, I just need this set to like complete that time, I guess, if that makes sense. Maybe it doesn't.
Oh well, you'll get it. You'll get it.
Eventually.
So I mean,
after you win the lottery,
you might get a hidden side bus one day.
I hope so. I've been waiting for that one for like 9 months. Like,
well,
it'll be your Lego baby.
In 2 or 3 months, you'll get one or you'll see him in person. So
that's true. I'll just bring it to you in Alabama.
Folks, if you look to the left out your window, you'll be seeing our airport coming up on arrival. So we'll be landing this bird here pretty soon. That's all.
We have a minute and a half. Thank you very much.
There's some turbulence.
Look, I built something. Look, I built something. Oh, who left? Was that?
Captain Xavier left. I think he dropped out. I don't know.
Anyway, it is a little cargo carrier.
I like that.
It has a magnet on it. Built to reflect one of my favorite mocks ever by our friend Keith Goldman, who made it. Gosh, probably 2003. He made his Iron Mule. So it uses the original canopy from the Millennium Falcon, which is a terrible piece, but he worked it in really well. So I kind of copied that. But anyway, there it is right there.
Chris, can you make the thing from Robotech, the VTech fighter?
I don't know.
Cool.
Why don't you get clearance from the tower? That would be good.
We got some clearance from the tower. We're good to go. We're ready to land. Landing gear is going down, everyone. And depending on how this goes, we thank you for flying Old Gray Bricks Air. See you next time.
Do we know if Brick Blaze is he doing his show after? Is he on?
Yeah,
today?
he is on after.
Okay. So for those of you in our chat today, and we've had a good crowd that has been with us here and good chat over there in the sidebar. Just after we sign off, head over to Brick Blaze, look him up on the YouTubes, and give him support. He's a great builder. He does a great show. He is really good about finding new folks on the internet and bringing them on his show and introducing them. That's where we met Maddie for the very first time.
Yes,
And,
that was
no!
cute.
Guess what? We've had a cat butt. We need to circle the airport one more time because we've had a cat butt appearance. There it is.
And if you're joining us right, that'll be at gate 4. So let's hopefully we land on time so you can get on Brick Blaze's show there and do the thing. Until then, thanks for flying our unfriendly skies. Our stewardess Dana will be by to collect all your cups and everything else.
Well, this has been a perfect Messy Monday. It has just been us chatting. Thank y'all for hanging out. This has been chat like we've been at Brick Fair or Brick Fest or whatever. And it's been fun. This is what Messy Monday is all about. Join us for Thursday Night Live at 8 this Thursday for some more chatting and hanging out and talking. And thank you for being able to take care of yourself, take care of your neighbor, be awesome and build awesome. Y'all have a good night. Good night, everybody.
Good night.